It may not have seemed like much, but there was something very, very wrong brewing in this world. Something that was so terrible. It might have just ended us all if we weren't so careful with it. You see, I realized my job isn't to change that flaw, but to warn those who can. I realized too late that the people that could save this world were also the ones who could destroy it. They, like me, had everything in their hands, but it was ripped out. They had power for change. Things that were never meant to be became reality. And that's the future we face. I know what they're thinking even before they think it. Or so I convinced myself, that I was 10 steps ahead, that no one could outsmart me. And I paid a grievous price. So many think locking me up and hiding the key is the solution of how I can atone. What they don't realize is I've come to grips with my demons, literally. My friend, and part of my quirk, the one responsible for the vast majority of what I've done. A living quirk. People always wondered why it was so powerful. Instead, they should be asking why his conviction was, because that's what affects my power. Our power is by conviction. And when we waver, we are weak. That same weakness caused this wound. Both hands completely maimed, useless, powerless to help anyone. How am I supposed to be a threat? How am I supposed to right wrongs if I've been made to be nothing more than... No. It's excuses, it is. Even I can admit to that. And I'm sorry you seem to think on the other side of this camera you're dealing with some kind of maniac. I'm not. I was trying to say that from the very start. The things I did while wrong were always for the greater good. No one ever saw that. They never gave me a chance to explain it. Yet now here we are. Are you going to respond to me? I bet you think you have your anonymity in that room. You might as well come here. You're not as good at hiding your presence, nor hiding your identity, are you? Or maybe you didn't want to. Did you, Shota Aizawa?
I have to say, it's quite impressive that you were able to deduce who it was who was watching you. I have some questions for you, Kai Chisaki.
Well, color me unimpressed. I knew from the start you'd have questions, things you want answered, but I'll only participate on one condition.
Prideful as always, thinking you could make demands here. Do you even understand where this is? All of those who abuse their quirks just like you did end up here. The highest security prison in the city. At least the highest security one that still works. You know why you're here, Kai, don't you? You don't need anyone to tell you what went wrong.
No, I don't. But you can't condemn me here and leave me to rot when there's kids out there suffering. The ones that I've saved, that I've atoned for my sins, even if I've lost my hands. I won't lose my heart. I won't end up like that.
You expect me to believe that you've changed?
No, I expect you to give me a chance to prove it. Words are cheap, actions are not, and I happen to know someone who can fix my hands to what they are now. I just need to make it to them.
And you expect me to believe you won't turn right then and destroy everybody around you? What, just because I'm there, you can prove your innocence? And what does your power have to do with any of this? You getting that back isn't going to absolve your innocence. You're not going to get out of this prison, and you're just having wishful thinking at this point.
You might think you're unable to be touched at this point. You might think that the government you survive with, the one that you support with everything you have, that they want you to be fine, but I know your situation. An illegitimate child. It was the talk of the agency at the time, how they had a final say in containing you, even in spite of All Might's attempts at keeping you free. They finally had their leash. And you went along with it, didn't you?
And just what are you getting at? Even if that were true, what makes you think that I'm going to believe any of it? You said prove yourself, right? Prove your innocence. Then what, pray tell, would you blame those killings on?
Yes, 196.
And I'm supposed to believe that means something.
You know it means something. It's a virus. And despite your feigning ignorance, I happen to know you played a part in this little experiment game. I have as much dirt on you, as well as the blood is on your hands, as much as it is mine.
Shut your mouth. I'm not about to listen to you tell me that their blood is on my hands. I save people. I'm doing this for good reasons. The agency
is a fraud. Unlike those anarchistical types in the League of Villains, did you ever wonder once why my group worked completely independent, at odds with that group? Did it ever occur to you that there might be a reason why I killed those people? A reason why I called them sick? Also, you can drop the good guy act. I happen to know you were involved with Project Sunset. Resorting to violence, shoving a defenseless man against the wall. Brave hero. What would your family think of you right now?
Family. I don't have such a thing. I've got chains. Things that lock me down. And only one person matters to me. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, monster?
You talk so high and mighty. But who was the one who really wanted to save lives here? Me or you? I took the fall as your scapegoat. Don't you dare look at me with those eyes of superiority. We're from the same cloth, you and I. Cut from it, shredded, torn up, chewed. Do you have any idea how gut-wrenching it is to use this quirk the way I did? Someone who dreamed of being a doctor since I was little, being forced into a situation where I had to leave it to my poor quirk to issue out the death sentence to so many who didn't deserve it, all because of what? Aizawa. What? Aizawa. I think you know the reason why they had to die. Why my section got involved in the first place.
Shut your mouth. There wasn't anything I could do to stop it. At that point, I realized you took the fall for us. You think I don't know how it works in the shitty little system we run in? Why do you think I got distanced to all the people that I cared about? Because I knew they would use it against me. And now you're bringing that shit up. You're blaming me for this. For doing what I had to do to even give that life a chance in this world. I brought it in. I have a responsibility, don't I?
At what cost, Aizawa? Who more must suffer for that life? How many did I have to end before it ends? Before this project, before the whole of Hero Society stops being so wrong. It's wrong. It's so wrong. Their faces haunt my dreams even now. And you think that I'm the villain here? You didn't have to see them. You just wrote those letters, accepting the testing without knowing what it could do. You signed off on it, didn't you, Dr. Aizawa? Uttering those words makes me sick, because what I was trying to be is nothing like what you've been. You can say good intentions all you want, but I never tried to hurt anyone. I only followed what was on the dotted line, at risk of losing them, just like you. Maybe you're right. I'm not sinless either, but I didn't make them sick. I only ended the suffering before it could spread. But somehow I'm behind these bars, and you're mocking me with your hands around my neck. So, Aizawa, who's the real monster?
You don't know everything. I understand the sins that I bear, and I killed those people just as much as you did. But don't go claiming this is all my fault. You know what happens to people who go out of line. You know what happens when they cross him. I can't even talk about it to this day, and you think I'm the devil behind this. No. I might have signed papers that might as well have been death sentences. But that didn't mean that I wanted to. But if I didn't, what happens? You know what happens too. They just find the next one who will. And I figured it has a chance to really save people, even if I was dead wrong.
So now we realize this leverage you seem to have, that pride, was really guilt all along. You knew you weren't just a teacher teaching kids. Isn't it ironic how we take our own means to atone for the sins that we've done? And both of us have done good and bad and horrible things. Yet here we are, on two sides of a very real metal fence. At least we were, before you started choking me through the bars. Mind letting go?
Don't think this is over. So what is it? That request of yours? Thought you needed something before you were gonna talk.
No. I didn't need something. But I did prove my innocence. You know who did this. Who's really to blame. You just don't want to admit it, do you?
You weren't there. You didn't see what happened. With the onset of Nomus and that fucking virus, That crazy doctor who was working with All for One. He didn't care where it spread, what it did. We had to do some countermeasuring.
It got out of control. I understand, Aizawa. I just don't understand why you think me cleaning up your mess somehow makes me the devil in this.
Look, I know you're the one who they chose to make a scapegoat. We're always on the same side, even if it's two sides of the coin. The heroes on the top.
And the ones who handle the icky things that they don't want the public to know is about what you are going to say, wasn't it? You know, it's painfully ironic. The only one of us that ever saw the light of actually being appreciated was the most fucked up one of us all, Kigo Takami. I forgave him, but I wonder if he ever learned his lesson. Violence isn't always the answer.
He doesn't matter right now. You know what they're gonna do to you, right? Where's your sense of self-preservation?
Standing right in front of me, and looking a bit stupid, if I'm being completely honest.
Funny joke. You really think that I can do something to save you?
Oh, I don't think. I know you will, because you're a good man, aren't you, Shota Aizawa? You wouldn't let someone, a scapegoat, be chosen so easily. It's not in your style. You've never been one to accept it, even if you put your head underwater this time. It was only because you hated me personally, because of one of those people infected. They were someone special, weren't they? Shut up. I'm not going to shut up, and you're going to listen to me. You've done just as much cruelty as I have, if not more. You may have done good, but so have I. You either rescue me here, or you'll find yourself behind these bars as soon as they take me. A chance of success, or utter condemnation. They know what you've done, what you've plotted behind their back. They just haven't acted yet, because they know they've caught you around the neck, and your sacrifices, they're all tallied. Even if you're still convinced somehow that this little charade of yours will work, you know it won't. It didn't work for me, and I tried to escape for a while, but once they got me good. And you think you'll be safe? Do you really think they'll hesitate to maim you, to do anything, to do what they did to All Might, to you?
Just what the hell do you know? What did they do to my friend?
If you really want to know this rabbit hole, you're going to have to make an escape. Even if it's not a successful one, you're going to have to try. Because I need to fix this. And if I'm gone, you might as well kiss your future goodbye, as well as everyone you love and everyone with a shred of decency that still lives in this city.
So what, you expect me to break you out right now and we, escape? Then what? We'll be nothing more than fugitives on the run. And then what? Who can we save then? How would that be any better than this?
Because it's not too late for redemption. You remember the time when you had a bomb in your head?
How do you even?
Oh, I know a lot of things that nobody wants me to. Have you wondered why they're putting me on the expressway to the death sentence? It's exactly that. I know too much. I was in too deep. I trusted. I was naive. I should have known that people would stab me in the back. And you should be privy to it too. They caught you. They forced you into this situation again in an even more sinister way. You bounced back and forth, and now you're working under a psychopath. Isn't that right? You see, history has a way of repeating itself It always does. It doesn't matter how far you run from it. Your fate is what you make it. And you can't be beyond redemption unless you give up. And I'll ask you just once, Shota Aizawa, have you given up on that chance of redemption? Or are you just content going down with this madhouse, fighting for a cause you don't even believe in anymore, because it's what the symbol of justice used to believe in, used to support, used to see as divine justice? Justice is dead, and nobody's going to revive it without rebellion, the sparks of change.
Bold but empty words. You can't actually think we can change this. Not with it currently being so overwhelming. We'd be lucky devils if we were able to escape. But you're telling me you want to take it down. And just how are we going to go about that? While your quirk is great, you can't take on what they've got. With those breakthroughs with the quirk police, they'd take you down using your own invention. That thing that eliminates quirks.
Ah, yes. The thing that they say I made of all people. If only I could say who really made it. Maybe I could explain more things, but I have an inkling. I have ties and leads and information. And think about it. What is the alternative, Aizawa? What is the alternative other than rotting in cells and making nothing of ourselves? If you can live that way, without any regrets, and go along with their plans and their future, then I have nothing more to say to you. I accept my fate. But if you can't, and you can relate to me on that, then let's escape and ally long enough to make a change. Also, do you really think you need a group in order to change the world? You can't be that naive. I don't need an army. I need to expose them. I need to outsmart them. That's the truth of these entrenched warfares. The quirk doesn't actually matter. It's the people's hearts that you're fighting for. Diplomacy comes after. Power and charisma come first.
You're not saying everything, are you? But I admit, it sounds better
than telling yourself that you can't do anything about it and that the world's just gonna fester and it's unchangeable, isn't it? I have someone, an angel that I want to protect, that I can't leave alone, even now. And I need your help to get back to them and to save the orphans that I've adopted. There are things that I want to protect, even with the guilt of all I've taken away. Surely you're no different, and while I can't give you an easy way of protecting that child you brought into the world, I can instead give you an ally, a potential, and depending on how you use it, you might just be able to save what you care about most. I know you have someone just like me. I can see it in your eyes. Cold killers don't have that softness that you do.
Fuck. You're something else, you know that. I can't believe I'm even considering this. But you're right. You saw right through me. On every front, it's true. But still, even if I believe you and say I do, just for the sake of argument, what do you plan on doing? You don't even have a quirk anymore, do you?
Did I manage to fool you as well? You don't understand the nature of my gift and my curse. I've been biding my time, and I know where I can get my quirk back from. I know someone who can fix my hands, even though going there might be more dangerous than this cell right now. Because to be honest, there's fates much worse than this agency could ever condemn me to. And that person might just have me realize them before they're satisfied. But my own personal hell to face, my sin is my own, and I will see it through to the end, because I won't leave my angel alone, no matter what.
Asking me to do all the heavy lifting, too. They have a tracker on you, don't they?
I've already handled that, courtesy of my teeth.
You crazy bastard. Well, I can't slight you for that. You've kept it in place, ready to just rip it off, huh? I'm gonna trust you for now. But we need a better plan, don't we?
No time like the present to enact everything we've got. Luckily, what you said before, and to an extent what I said before, isn't the full truth. I can just use my power through my legs for now. Any contact is good enough to cause a reaction. Just mind that you jump when I say jump. Now jump.
Wait, what are you...
You'll have to pardon me pretending to be harmless. It was part of me facing my own demons.
I'm not gonna ask you any questions about it, but then what was the point of involving me?
Well, I couldn't very well, in good intention, leave you rotting in your own self-wallowing.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to put it that way. So, what do you presume? I think you're misunderstanding something, too. It's not just about that kid I brought into the world. It's about my kitty cat. The love of my life. The one I'd give it all up for. 1,000 times over.
You almost sound like me when I think of my angel.
Well, I guess we got that in common.
Something to protect.
Yeah, but they're not gonna spin it that way. We're all wanted now.
You know it's not too late to go back and tell them I escaped.
Yeah, but that sounds a whole hell of a lot less fun. If we're gonna fizzle out anyways, might as well do it like a firework.
Now that's more like it. The gusto's back, and it feels like you're making a choice by your own volition, instead of those who command you and I, dare I say, formally commanded us.
You still talk too much.
Oh, sorry. Is it not to your liking? Do you like the cold, silent type more? Is that who you choose to make your friend?
Instead of talking so much, let's get those off of you.
Ah, yes. My useless bindings. They really were scared, weren't they? It's pretty funny, because they're the ones who gave me the quirk in the first place, yet they want to condemn the one on the other side who does the exact same thing.
Things didn't always used to be this bad. When the Heroes Association was first starting, it was different. But the world follows power, and this was no different. People who crave more, once they get some, it's endless. I think All Might saw it coming, and that's why they arranged to take him out. If you want my opinion, I don't think that situation was just an accident involving...
So you're a little smarter than you look. It was orchestrated because All for One was always working in the clutches of things. Heroes and villains never really existed past the first generation, maybe the second. There's still some independents who are real heroes, but the problem is, usually, there's ties. They're all webbed together like a messy little spider web. And I hate to say it, but All for One wasn't very smart. He thought he was, but in the end he just fulfilled their goals of needing someone to hate.
You might have a point there. It all makes sense if you think about it. It's for the money of it, the show, the publicity. making people understand and follow heroes at the sacrifice of villains. And if the villains happen to win, it's a win-win for them too. If they take over, it's just a new breed of hero. Then the previous one gets labeled villains, and we're back at where we started. Anarchy versus order. A lot of things that make it messy in between.
Now you're starting to get it. Nothing is as it seems. But the point isn't that. The point is how to end the cycle.
You'd have to target the people who are orchestrating it. The puppeteers behind the scene. But nobody even knows them. How do you even get at someone you don't know?
Well, you might just be able to lure them if you understand them better than they understand themselves. Think about it. They want so much power without ever taking the spotlight or risking themselves. They want safety and a nice place to look over all the chaos.
I'm not sure I understand where that would give us a lead.
Oh, you will. Just wait for it. For now, we have to wonder how long until you think they'll notice I'm gone.
Well, you're lucky that you ended up with me. I am technically playing both sides of things. I may be forced into working with them, but that doesn't mean I like what we're doing.
So your true colors shine after all. Interesting. You rigged the system, didn't you?
Just a bit. Call it an old trick. Even old dogs have new tricks sometimes.
It's not very healthy to consider yourself old. You've got plenty of years in you yet.
I don't need to hear that from you.
Suit yourself. Now, I'm going to go this way, and you're going to go that way. This is a temporary move, just in case. Now, this little note here has all the instructions you need to find me when you're ready to do something about this world rotten to its core.
All right, fine. So we'll rendezvous when?
You'll know when. It's not very hard to know. The sirens, the explosions, everything. You tend to smell it in the air, too.
Crazy bastard. Well, fine. I'll meet you when the time comes. Just don't go getting caught or killed. Now that I'm on board with all this, at least for now, I'm gonna need you to back up that resolve and show me what you can do.
Oh, rest assured, there's going to be plenty of time for that. Right now, we need to visit our precious ones. Now, I'm sure they'll be in danger, and we have to get them to a safe place. Luckily, I have just the place on that note. You'll find the underground to be quite accommodating during these unsafe times.
Resorting to this. Well, I guess there's not a better choice, is there?
You know as well as I do.
Well, you know what they say. You have to start from the ground up.
In any case, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you around, I guess.
Now, where was it? I can't believe I'm about to see my angel again. Though it might not be a normal case, it's definitely fine too now, isn't it? No, I don't want to show my angel these injuries. I'll fix this first. A little detour on the way home. It should be over here, shouldn't it? My enemy and my friend, they all blend into being the same person all over again. I wonder what this time will happen. I wonder if you can really cure me. No, now is not the time for that, is it? Looks like I don't have to find you after all.
Ah, yes. Fascinating. You knew I was on your tail. I guess you understand how much danger you are in, and what comes next.
I suppose all or nothing. comes to mind. Either you're going to try and kill me, or you're going to try and help me. Those are the only two ends here. Now, you know I know you. I know your reasoning. I know why you're afraid of me. But I also know why you need me. So what's it going to be, mysterious stranger?
You think that I would give you credence just because I owe you a favor, cute, but unlawful, unjust. Just who do you think you're dealing with? Such a fool till the end. If I do help you, it will be the last time.
You may be prudent, but you always pay back your favors. And that time with the bombs, the time you almost got caught red-handed. And I'll even give you a tip. He's looking for you. He's always been looking for you.
Silence. I don't need to hear that now. You know not when to quit, when to stop interfering with others. But you did save me when I was all but spent. My end cannot come to pass until I've made up for what I've done. Until the casket is full, and this world, this empty grave, I intend to fill it.
Then I'm afraid we'll be enemies going forward, because I don't like the idea of living in such a world. You and your goals don't align with me, old friend. Even if you, your story, your passion, your love for him does. Though I suppose the question then remains, are you going to help an old friend get his hands back? Or if you want me to word it in the comical way I know you're thinking, could you lend me a hand?
I don't need your comedy, but you'll have your hands. Stand still and bite down on something. This will be painful.
Oh, you needn't worry about me. I'll be just fine. Pain is little to pay for a second chance.
Suit yourself. Just do not say I didn't warn you.
Not bad. That feels about as bad as I thought it would.
I could say the same. You didn't even scream yet, though it's hardly over. You best bite something. Bite onto this. You'll need it.
I'm fine.
The process is concluded. You are quite formidable. I truly didn't believe you'd be able to stop the screams. Interesting, old friend. Know that next time we meet, you will not be so kindly received.
Now is that any way to say goodbye to someone who used to be your best friend?
That is then. This is now. Life is not so kind to those left in the darkness. Good luck. You'll need it.
I didn't expect my legs to give out after the fact. Guess I'm not coming home like a knight, but hopefully my angel is happy to see me, that things go well, despite everything, odds against us and terrible things on the horizon. I'd like to at least enjoy some time holding your hand, Angel. Asmodeus is no different. I only wish this quirk and myself could find some harmony these days. A healthy balance. Despite it all, the past should stay in the past, but it never does. Angel, I'll make sure that it stays away from you, no matter what. Just a little bit further, and I'll find you, Angel. I'll find you for sure, and then we'll be fine, won't we? We'll make it to the underground and have the life we always wanted and change the world like we always said we would. Isn't that right, Angel? Isn't that what we strove for all this time? I can't wait to see you, Angel. I'm shaking with excitement, or maybe it's just exhaustion. But either way, I'll make it there. I'll save us like I promised. I'll make sure you can smile again. I'll make sure we can smile together and atone. And I realized it's not just about atonement anymore. It's about chasing those dreams I always believed in. No, it wasn't just me, was it? It was us, and that's what made it so special. We created what we loved. We made things okay even if we struggled. Even if the guilt ate away at me, I still found it wonderful. A chance at doing something good. A chance at true love, even if I never thought I deserved it. Could it be? Is that you, Angel? I didn't even realize I had made it home. I was so excited. I missed you too. I know you were worried. I know. It's okay now. I won't let anything separate us ever again. I promise, Angel. Did you take good care of everyone when I was away? I know between you and Eri, all of them seem to be doing great. At least when I left, it seemed that way. No one's given you trouble, right? I missed you too. More than I can express or put into words. You are my everything. It's more than just redemption. It's about truly finding what means the most to me, and this time away from you only cemented the fact that I need you in my heart so much more. Angel, I missed you so much, but it feels good to be home. I want to spoil you. I want nothing more than to make you happy. And the only way I could see that happening is to just hold you. Look at me, Angel. I'm real. I'm not just some kind of hallucination. You don't need to worry, because no matter what, this time, they won't catch us. This time will be so much different. I've dreamed of you so many nights, but not even my dreams can compare to the real you right in front of me. Your lips are so silky smooth. I just can't get enough of them. I've always missed that. What you and I have is something that I'd never trade or change. That glisten in your eye when you smile, it makes me smile, and I get a little bit overwhelmed, if I'm honest. I missed this, and I'm so glad I made it back. Honey, I missed you. Is it okay if I just hold you? If I just hold you to convince myself that you're real and that I'm real and that this moment isn't just the sweetest dream. Your giggles are a song I never want to stop hearing, and your breath and your heartbeat only adds to my love for you. It's only ever grown, and I'm so happy. I'll tell you all about it. My hands, yes, my hands were in trouble, but I called in a favor of an old friend, and luckily they fixed me right up. But it seems like what helped me the most was repairing my heart. As cheesy as it sounds, it's a feeling, the emptiness I felt in that cell, waiting, longing for you, but knowing you couldn't make it there. I almost lost hope, but I realized I couldn't do that. Giving up is never an option, especially when you've got an angel to come home to. Up you go. I'm happy to be able to hold you in my arms and lift you up and squeeze you. It's all a dream come true, Angel. And I almost can't think properly because I want to do so many things with you. I can't wait to say hi to all of the orphans and, of course, to probably not so little Aerie anymore. I hope you've been taking care of each other and not neglecting to take time. I know Aerie's been through so much. Unfortunately, due to my own selfish inability to disobey orders, tests, science can be a truly cruel thing. And thankfully, I've escaped from being a mindless slave to it. Instead, I'll walk my own path proudly, and I'll do it with you. I'll do it together with my family. You, Angel, you're the one that keeps me together. Even when I thought I'd lose myself completely, you saved me. Just the thought of you helped me to escape from that dread. Nothing in the world is as precious as this moment here. Nothing will ever, ever replace you, my angel. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I got to meet my very own angel, that I got to see the glisten in your eyes, and that I didn't have to leave too soon. I'm going to stay here with you, but unfortunately, we all do have to go someplace else temporarily, at least until we solve the current crisis among, well, things I won't get into now because it spoils the mood. You and I have some catching up to do. The best kind of catching up to do. The kind where you can melt into each other and not think of anything but what you want to. The good things, the wonderful things, and of course the things you would only ever share. with the most special kind of person. Just look at you, Angel. So perfect just the way you are. Now I want to be nice and quiet. I'd like to keep our silence together. The passionate kisses, the tender touches. I want us to feel free together and closer than anyone ever could. I want us to feel so connected, so passionate, and I would do anything to make you smile. Anything I can to make you feel safe. So please, my darling, my angel, tell me anything and everything, and I'll make every little desire come true. How cute of you. Your reactions are always so honest. They keep me just as honest as well. And I just realized all the things I wanted were always right in my arms. I'm so happy that I get a chance to make you feel after so long. So please, allow me the indulgence of tending to my one angel, the one who makes me feel this special. Let me prove it with actions as well as words. The tenderness in your kiss betrays all that honesty again and makes you understand, doesn't it? You understand your place is right here and that we're inseparable. And that fact alone makes my heart race. Feel it, won't you? I love when you feel my heartbeat like this. I love holding you like this. Nothing makes me happier. I hope you understand just how much you mean to me. How much all this time, this passion, it means everything to me. More than touch, more than taste, more than feel. Everything boils down to the emotion behind it, to the passion driving each moment forward. And I'll never feel bad about spending that passion with you, about sharing it endlessly. Now just leave everything to your man. I know, baby. I know you want to spoil me, and that's totally understandable. But not now. Not right now. I want to make the sweetest moment with just you and me. One to truly remember. And what better way than putting my mouth where it counts. My angel. So delicious. Angel. More. I want more. Slowly, angel. Gently. Just relax, angel. Nothing's more important than this togetherness. I love you, angel. I love you so much. My angel. I love you so much. Won't you give me everything you have? You're my angel now and forever. So I should give you everything I have, no matter what. Be mine, angel. All mine. Just mine. I'll never let you go ever again. And I'll protect you and make you smile no matter what. I love you, angel, so much. You do have a way with words, don't you? As well as cute sounds and even cuter reactions. I'm glad that we can be like this, angel. Nothing is better than this kind of feeling. The holding of each other with true love in each other's sights. Nothing to hold us back. And of course, nothing to restrain what is truly meant to be the greatest romance in all of history. And I'm sure of it. Not for any other reason than, well, I know you, angel. I know you and I know myself. And I know together there's nothing better, nothing more passionate, nothing more true. And I pride myself on that. Being able to protect you is my desire. Being able to love you and keep you by my side forever is my dream. And my ambition, my everything lies with you, angel. And that can't change. And I'm thankful to be the the only one who gets to guess you.